So despite both Call Me Carson and the literal president of the United States being the spotlight for cancel culture in the past week, there will still be people who will never be able to take a joke and try to cancel you. I mean, that's just something that you cannot avoid. There will always be people who get offended if you start a video with, "Hey guys," because you are in fact misgendering them. There will be people who think that if you choose to use an elevator over the staircase that you are in fact ableist and mocking people who can't walk upstairs. There will always be some freaks in this world who just simply do not understand society and how things work. And some of the people who are trying to cancel Jschlatt again for the third time truly encapsulate that. So you know what, man? Let's look at some tweets that are trying to cancel Jschlatt. TW PTSD flashbacks Jschlatt trauma. Wait, TW flashbacks? Isn't that just like a memory? Like what? Also, wait a second. You spelled flashbacks as fladhabacks. Okay. Nice try. The argument between Quackity and Jschlatt when Tommy is trying to assassinate him triggered my PTSD. The way Jschlatt is acting reminded me of trauma, and I just broke down. 2 breakdowns in one day. This is fine. Okay, listen, I obviously feel bad for anybody who goes through trauma, right? And people who have PTSD. You know, I get that, but when you are actively subjecting yourself to a Minecraft Let's Play of a SMP server, that you have full control and full input as to whether or not you're watching this, you know, whether you can, turn off the iPad, whether or not you can close your eyes, whether or not you can take off your AirPods. You can't ask for sympathy on Twitter being like, guys, I had a trauma, I had a flashback, I had PTSD that got triggered, when that was literally all your choice. You could have paused the YouTube video, turned off the internet, turned off the iPad, taken out the AirPods, closed your eyes, closed your ears. I mean, dude, this one is entirely on you. You can't blame the way that Jschlatt is acting for triggering your childhood trauma. Or it doesn't even say childhood trauma, it literally just says trauma, so I don't really understand. Is this like a trauma flashback based on when you were playing Minecraft? I'm very lost. Also, if you're having like traumatic episodes twice in a day, 2 suggestions. 1, maybe the best way to cope isn't twitter.com. Second of all, if you're having flashbacks whilst watching a game literally meant for 8-year-olds played by grown men, genuinely, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, you probably should not be on the internet. Like, just for your own safety, your own mental health, your own prevention of traumatic flashbacks, just don't use the internet. You literally can't watch a Minecraft video and then have some sort of weird traumatic flashback, which, frankly, I don't know if that's legit. I think that they could just be trolling when they say that, or trying to get Twitter sympathy, and then somehow use that as a scapegoat to cancel Jschlatt for literally doing nothing. Anyway, as ridiculous as that tweet was, we're gonna move on to a tweet that seems a lot more serious in tone, and one that really tries to go in for the kill. The cancellation of Jschlatt is definitely on this person's agenda. And guys, to be honest, this one does come with the facts and logic. This one is just ready to take Jschlatt's career directly from his sweaty hands. Alright, you guys ready for this one? Alright, here we go. TW Jschlatt, Jschlatt, and then a picture of Jschlatt pointing to the camera and calling me a homophobe. So I'm gonna assume this person is calling me a homophobe because I watch Jschlatt. I assume that this meme is intended for people who like Jschlatt. If it's not like calling me a homophobe, I think it's maybe calling Jschlatt a homophobe. Not entirely sure. I have a hard time getting inside the mind of people who have very little activity happening in their mind to begin with, so please excuse me for trying to solve this mystery like Scooby-Doo, okay? I'm really trying my best to analyze this here. So this is not the first time I've heard somebody make the claim that Jschlatt is homophobic or, is somehow afraid of people, or specifically men, who also like men. However, a common theme that I've noticed upon my follow-up question to these people, which is usually, dude, what makes Jschlatt homophobic? Yeah, the common theme there is that I need to educate myself, or they just don't have an answer. Yeah. Flawless logic coming once again from cancel culture. I always find it so funny that these people are trying to call Jschlatt homophobic because they have clearly never watched his content. I mean, he literally, I think, has like 2 videos where he plays Among Us with James Charles, and all throughout the video he just flirts with James Charles.
James, you're not wearing anything. You should put on a nice outfit.
I have a paper hat on. What are you talking about?
You do? I don't see anything.
I see it.
Jschlatt, based on all your thirsty tweets, wouldn't you think you'd want me with nothing on anyway?
That sigh.
I plead the 5th.
But a Cheeto, that's clearly ironic.
Okay, dude, even if it is ironic, okay, and even if Jschlatt is a straight white man, at the same time, you know, you'd think that if he was afraid of gay people or if he was homophobic, that he wouldn't even be playing with James Charles to begin with because he would be afraid to or something. I mean, you're kind of losing me here, pal. Like, listen, dude, you tell me right here if this clip looks like it comes from a guy who is afraid of gay people.
You're in here. You're in here with me forever, James.
Suddenly, I'm straight.
Oh.
Oh my god, how do I leave the server?
No, man. What do you want to leave?
Anyway, moving on from that, tweet number 3 that is trying to cancel the Lord and Savior Jschlatt is one that is kind of flaming Jschlatt to how he responded to the recent Call Me Carson situation. TW, P3dophilia, NSFW, racism, homophobia, S3Xism, Carson Jschlatt. A reminder that Jschlatt was friends with Carson and knew that he was a predator, yet he didn't speak out about it and still hasn't now. Jschlatt is a known racist, homophobe, and S3Xist. This is just furthering what? The distance between you and jokes? The distance between you and normal people? The distance between you and your loved ones? What's being furthered here? And on top of this tweet making very little sense, the parts of it that did make sense were just factually incorrect in like every single way. No, Jschlatt is not a known racist. He's not a known sexist. He's not a known homophobe. And on top of all that, you said that he hasn't responded to the Call Me Carson situation. I hate to break it to you, but he literally has. He's got a 6-minute video on his second channel where he pretty much discusses the entire situation from his perspective, so I don't really know what else you want. And for you to be making the claim that, oh yeah, well he was his friend when this stuff was going down, yeah, well Jschlatt had really no clue what was going down as it was going down, and if he did, he probably did not know enough in order to make it public. Man, I swear to you, dude, the people on Twitter who always try to cancel celebrities always assume the worst intentions when anything pops up ever. Like, it's truly insane to me, man. Like, especially on that thing that happened a couple months ago when Quackity was speaking Spanish, people thought that he was doing it to try to, like, appropriate Spanish culture, even though he's literally Spanish. And even if he wasn't, okay, Spanish is a language that can be spoken by anybody across the world, but for people to see this clip, right, of him speaking Spanish and think to themselves, let me look at this and find a way or a reason to be offended, or let me look at this and find a reason to be upset and try to cancel this person. I feel like how the internet has changed due to cancel culture is in a way that makes people look at certain things and certain situations with a more offended lens. Like, I feel like a couple years ago when somebody would make a joke, even if it was offensive, people would be like, oh, he's doing it to try to be funny, you know? He's doing it to try to make people laugh. When now that same person could say the same joke, people would be like, well, oh my god, he's doing this to try to portray his political views and how he feels about black people or something. And that to me is a damn shame because, man, I kind of miss when people could tell jokes or just say things and maybe be a little bit careless and not have to worry about, you know, a bunch of people harassing them on Twitter, you know, assuming that they know what their intentions were. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down perfume if you've made it to the end of this video. Follow my social medias and join my Discord server, links all in the description below. Special thank you to my channel members for helping me make the content that I want to make. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.